Okay, so today we are going to be looking at writing systems of equations and then solving systems of equations. So I'm going to show you a few examples. What I suggest that you do is that you read the example, pause it, attempt to write the systems by yourself, and then once you've written your systems of equations, then you resume and see how I solved it. Okay, so let's look at this one first. Okay, so this one says two of the top grossing concert tours were a jazz band and a rock band. Together, the two tours visited 181 cities. Okay, that's going to be an important piece of information. The jazz band visited 95 cities more than the rock band. How much did each group visit? Okay, so first of all, we know that they visited a total of 181 cities. So I'm going to start out with the jazz band plus the rock band equals 181 cities. Okay, that's one of our equations. Okay, the total cities is made up of the cities the jazz band visited plus the city that the rock band visited. Okay, then another part of that says the jazz band visited 95 cities more than the rock band. So we're going to set the jazz band and the rock band equal to each other. But they're not equal. We know that the jazz band visited 95 cities more than the rock band. So there are two things we could do. We want those two quantities to be equal. So remember, the jazz band visited more than the rock band. So if we want them to be equal, we could subtract 95 from the jazz band. So if the jazz band had 95 more, we subtract the 95, then those two quantities would be equal. The same thing that we could do. The same result would be as if we subtracted 95 from the rock band. I'm sorry, the jazz band visited 95 cities more than the rock band. So I'm sorry, adding 95 to the rock band because the jazz band had 95 more. So to make them equal, we can do R plus 95. Okay, so now in this example, we already have one of the variables solved for. So I'm going to plug that into the first equation. So that would give us, instead of J plus R equals 181, the J is going to be R plus 95. And then the R is just R. And that's equal to 181. Okay, so 2R plus 95 equals 181. Okay, we're going to subtract 95 from both sides. And 2R is equal to, that would be 86. Divide by 2. And the number of cities that the rock band visited would be 86 divided by 2, or 43. Okay, so let's see how that fits in with the rest of the problem. Okay, so we're going to plug that into one of the two equations. Let's use the first one. Well, the second one actually looks like it'd be a little easier. Equals R plus 95. Okay, and so now we know that R is 43, and so 43 plus 95 would give us a grand total of 138. Okay, so the number of cities that the jazz band would have visited would have been 138. Okay, now let's just check our work, plug that into, let's say, the first equation. So J plus R equals 181, and we have a 43 plus a 138, and that does appear to equal 181. So that would check out. Okay. All right. Let's look at another one. So again, my suggestion would be that you, I'm going to read this over and then pause it before I write my two equations, and you attempt to write your two equations, and then you check it. So that way you're trying it on your own before you look at what I did. Okay. Building A is 180 feet shorter than building B. The total height of the two buildings is 1,510 feet. Find the height of each building. Okay. So go ahead and pause your video and give it a try. And okay, building A is 180 feet shorter than building B. So we have building A and we have building B. Okay, building A is shorter. So if we want them to be equal to each other, we would add 180 to building A. The total heights of the two buildings is 1,510 feet. So we would do A plus B equals 1,510. Okay, so that would be the two equations that we have. And I'll solve for one. Well, we know that B is equal to 1,000, A plus 180. So I'm just going to plug that into the second equation. So instead of A plus B equals 1,510, I'm going to plug in my B, and my B is A plus 180. So A plus 180 equals 1,510. So that'd be 2A when we combine like terms, 180, 1,510, subtract 180, and we get 2A is equal to, let's say 430, 330, 1,330, divide by 2, divide by 2, and A would be equal to 665, right? Okay, and now that we know that that is equal to 665, I'm going to plug that into the first equation, which was A plus 180 equals B, and that should give us our B value. So A we now know is 665 plus 180. That's equal to 745, 845. So 845 is equal to B. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to plug that in and check it out. A plus B equals 1,510. And we have 845. I'm sorry, we have 665 plus 845. And 710. Yeah, and that appears to give us 1,510. So that does, in fact, check out. Okay, there's a short assignment that goes along with this. So good luck, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions during the assignment. Good morning, Monica and Jessica.
Good morning.
Let me pull up the link to the Black History Month events today, and then I'll let you guys go. Have either of you attended any of the Black History Month events?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't? Okay. Well, here's the link. I believe this is probably the last week. I need to let you know what's going on this week. Okay, so this is Monday the 24th. Hold on, let me present that. Good morning, Kyra. Let me show you the this week's Black History Month event, and then I'll let you go. Okay, so this week, oh shoot, I'm trying to hide that so I can see what that says. Motivational speaker today is Miss Gardner, Rashad Telly, not sure, and then tomorrow is Trivia Tuesday. Wellness Wednesday will be with Mr. Valier, and then the Cosby Show on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're doing an all-day Black History Month event instead of classes. Okay. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow.
Let's start with the basics. What does transgender mean? The objectives of this section are to define LGBTQ plus acronym, define transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming, and to learn the prevalence of LGBTQ plus students in CPS. Let's define LGBTQ plus. Keep in mind,